everybody, and welcome back here on the channel here at Global Conquerors, our weekly podcast, Conquest. This is episode 42, being recorded on September 8th, 2024. You know the drill. It's your host, SMGFrenzy, joined with...
AssassinADC, or Angel, as you guys know me. We're back from our 1 week break. We didn't have nothing to upload last week. We've been all over the place ourselves, so that's why there's no episodes next week. Hopefully, or last week, sorry. Hopefully this week we have something. As of right now, we're gonna have this podcast come out Thursday. We're gonna try to work on videos. Well, I'm gonna try to start working on the videos I need to get done. This week I've been caught up with a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna work on that this coming week. So if there's no video Tuesday, we'll 100% we'll have one the following week after this one. So yeah, but with that being said, we got a good amount of esports news, and nothing much for general as we speak that isn't catastrophic.
Fortunately, I guess, yeah.
But well, with that being said, I'm gonna throw it over to Mockturn and we'll get started over here.
Yeah, we'll start off with the esports and gaming category, starting off with probably the biggest controversy that plagued the gaming world the past few weeks. Sony's Concord, a game that was in development for roughly about 8 years, announced before Overwatch 1, and it's like you would consider it an Overwatch-style shooter game, I guess, is shutting down, well, has actually, as of yesterday, September 7th, has shut down and is going through the process of refunding all players who have purchased the game through Steam or through the PlayStation Store. Again, this game has been in development for roughly 8 years and had a lot of developmental issues, and is one of the few Overwatch-style shooters that was not free to play, which may have hindered it a lot. It had like a maximum of like 2,000 players on launch. Like, people just weren't interested, they weren't playing it, and it was for a variety of reasons. Be it like the genre isn't large anymore, the game's art style was kind of ugly, it just wasn't unique and just wasn't what was needed for a game in 2024. And Sony realized, yeah, we goofed up bad, so instead of even like ripping you off, we're just gonna close down and just give you guys your money back, which is fortunate. But at the same time, this game could have had like a redirection mid-cycle to be something else, the same way how Halo Infinite was going to be an Overwatch-style shooter, and they're like, wait, that's actually a super bad idea. Let's just make a normal Halo game. Concord could have been that, but unfortunately, this is what has been the case. But the developers of Concord have said that they may be looking to go back into the game and see if it can go in a different direction, but for now, it's just being closed.
Okay, I will be honest with you. Never heard of it. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So it must have been really bad.
It
Because
was
if I didn't know
announced at
about it,
like E3, I think around 2015, and then it was just no news. So like we both probably heard of it, but like it just became nothing for 8 years, and then it only got back in the news because of this. Oh no.
yeah, never heard of it. That's probably the first time I'm hearing about it.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I don't know what they did wrong or what. Hopefully, hopefully they go with the Splitgate 2 option where they just rebuild a different version of a new game and not hype it up for 8 years and launch it and with nothing.
Mhm.
But it seems like a lot of games in the recent time, like recently, have been not exceeding expectations they're shutting down quick. So it's a weird time for gaming, but I think they're just trying to look for, like, these companies are trying to look for something that's going to stick,
Mhm.
but that isn't the basic formula where the typical basic shooter and this and that. They're trying to be different. They're trying to get something to stick that isn't what we are all used to, but it just, I don't know. And it doesn't help when if you don't put your thought and listen to the people. But
Yeah. Well,
I don't
also
know.
that it
It sucks,
just
but at least they're refunding things back. Sorry.
the,
Sorry.
no, you're good. The thing is, the game came out too late. It was trying to be an Overwatch shooter, right? And it was trying to beat Overwatch at this game, so it was supposed to release before Overwatch 1. And like Overwatch shooters just fundamentally aren't even popular really much anymore in 2024. Overwatch itself has fallen from grace. Like people just don't play Overwatch shooters anymore. So it came out too late. And even if it came out before Overwatch 1, it would have faced the same issue that Splitgate faced when it came out before Halo Infinite, trying to pull from the same crowd. But when the actual game came out, everybody moved to Halo. So people who would have played Concord in 2016 would have moved over to Overwatch. Like it just you can't beat the original at its the original I say at its like game essentially. Overwatch had the right roster, the right story, the right gameplay, everything, and Concord was just unfortunately kind of like an off-brand version, despite supposed to have been releasing first, but it never did, obviously.
Hmm. Uh, yeah. I mean, it sucks, but at least the fans aren't getting ripped off and not getting anything in return for buying it.
Yep.
So it's good, but it sucks because they're really try. People are trying their best to make a good new game,
Mm-hmm.
but it just nothing sticks for them. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. And more updates on what they're planning to do.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Kind of excited for it to actually know what's going to come out.
If
'Cause,
something ever does even come out.
yeah, so
But
we'll see.
yeah,
All we can
that's
do is just hope. Oh shoot! What happened to my notes?
yeah. Well, all we
Go
can do
ahead. Sorry.
just hope
Uh,
to see, unless something
uh,
does come out of it, maybe later down the road. But Concord, as it is kind of just dead. But to move on to some controversial news, Minecraft released the trailer for the Minecraft movie, and it has had a wide range of reactions. Most of them leaning negative. As to, I'm going to be honest with you, I think this movie looks bad. This movie
I didn't
looks
want to
really
say
bad.
anything. I didn't want to say anything, bro, but it does look kind of goofy. I thought. I'm not saying. Uh, how would I say it? It's not what people were expecting. And I think it's just um, they're expecting the Minecraft vlog movie.
Yeah, but they that said
But
it was live action like a year or two ago.
I know, but it's just they kind of now wanted to be go back to the blocky form. Um, good thing they got rid of the dislike button because I don't want to know what they would have gotten.
True, true.
I just literally I pulled up the video as we speak, but I'm looking at the comments. Uh, the first comment that I see, someone enchanted the movie with curses of vanish. I mean, I could already feel the he's right behind me, isn't he? And well, at least it's not raining, and then it starts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for those who can't see this, the trailer currently has 612 likes and 1.3 million dislikes. You're welcome.
Jesus. Okay.
I don't know where he got that from, but
Well, I mean, it was one
I
of the
wouldn't be
most
surprised.
anticipated movies for one of the most popular games ever, and it's just like, why? Why is this what we're getting for You know what Minecraft movie should have been? Like the Lego movie. How Lego used like how they did a CGI style that looked like Lego and just committed. Minecraft could have like done. They've done it before for like shows and stuff where they could have like done Minecraft characters animated in the world of Minecraft. But no, we got a live action that's probably going to be like a 2005 goofy comedy film that has really bad CG.
I gotta look at this again. Oh
It
my,
looks
it
so
looks
bad,
bad.
man. It's I'm not excited for this
I
film.
don't. Oh my god,
Yeah, it's no. I'm good. I'm fine.
bro! They really tried with these big name, like the two big name actors, Jack Black and Jason Momoa. How do you say it? Momoa?
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thinking that they were gonna get, and just because you got the actor doesn't mean nothing.
No,
Because
true.
if the movie sucks, it sucks, and I don't know.
I got no hope for this one, man.
I hope. I think it should have been made by somebody else and not Warner Brothers. Sorry.
Hmm.
I think that's the problem. We'll see if any of this criticism they've received. I don't think there's any chance they're gonna change it, or maybe retouch it. But the movie comes out next year. That's what it's scheduled for.
Mm.
Uh, I hope it gets delayed for like another 5 more years because it's kind of chalk.
Maybe
You
it'll be
know,
like, the Sonic movie when it first came out and the Sonic character looked downright horrendous and they delayed it for a year and he looks amazing and now it's like a trilogy of films.
well, yeah, because he actually looks like the character from the games.
Yeah, and the story was
Why
actually
the
decent.
Why the fuck do I want some rabbit looking, raby looking animal as Sonic? He had no shoes, or what do you have? No gloves, right? He
He
didn't
no,
have gloves.
he had the items. He just looked weird. He looked like Sonic if you try to take the face of an actual hedgehog. And it just doesn't work. I don't know.
Uh,
It's ridiculous, man.
oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Uh, I don't get why. Okay, there's certain games that shouldn't be turned into movies. I'm gonna be straight. Um, Minecraft being one of them, and if it is not in the style that they're going for right now,
Yeah.
it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Because the game of how the game is made by block, it's only one block form.
Yeah.
And to turn something like that into like realistic, real live action, I guess you could say, or what would you call it?
It's live action
Live
because
action,
there's real
right?
people.
So it doesn't really work out unless it's the game isn't Minecraft because Minecraft is a block game, and
Yeah.
I get that we're trying to cast the audience of the youngers to go to the movie theaters and stuff. But certain movies shouldn't be turned into, or certain games shouldn't be turned into movies.
Yeah, for sure.
And Minecraft is definitely up there. It might be the only game up there.
Like you said, it only would have worked if it was in the same style. It should have been a CGI, 3D CGI style instead of a live action.
Or at least,
Everybody's trying to make live actions.
or Jack Black being the voice of the characters, the people playing the characters, but in there, I don't know.
That's fine, but people
I would
are.
have taken that, but
It's a little too late for that now.
bro, you're telling me they paid Jack Black to just wear
A blue
a
shirt.
green t-shirt, a blue oh sorry, a blue shirt,
Yeah.
and called it a day.
And it's like they didn't have to spend a lot of money on his merch or his wardrobe.
Chalk it up, brother.
I'm just saying I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not surprised if that dislike count is real. It's not. All the hype for it has kind of died immediately after the trailer came out.
I didn't even know the trailer came out, so it must have been bad.
Yeah.
I didn't find about it until like 2 days after.
Wild. Yeah, no, it's not good.
It's whatever. I hope that doesn't come out.
No, yeah, no, it's gonna come out. It's gonna be a movie that people probably forget. But that's
Always.
fine. That's fine. On to esports. Well, let's go on to the league scene. LCK had a week of upsets. We start off with T1 versus Hanwha Life in the lower bracket finals. T1 lost to Hanwha Life because Hanwha Life is Gen G number 2, unfortunately. They have world champions. Like, if you remember the DRX roster that beat T1 at World, like Zeka, he's on Hanwha Life. So T1 got gapped hard. They just could not fight. And then Hanwha Life went up against the Roaring Tigers of the LCK in the finals, Gen G, to a riveting 5-game series that Gen G realized, wow, Gen G's other biggest weakness is just another Gen G. So Gen G got gapped really hard by their former players. Because all the people on Hanwha Life, not all, 4 of them, were former Gen G players. So they bred and made these guys who they are.
Yeah, T1 they didn't qualify, right? They didn't.
Well, so LCK has 4 spots. The first and second seed go to first and second place for the finals, and then LCK has regional playoffs, which is now the remainder of the top 6. So T1 has to win 2 games, which every team that they have to play against, they smash throughout the season. So T1 is going to Worlds. I'm just saying that right now. They'll be either third or fourth seed.
Oh,
No, no, no,
I
no, no, no.
don't know.
T1 is going to Worlds. They might be the last seed, and they might bomb out at Worlds, but they're going to Worlds.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, bro. I'm gonna be straight up. This team gotta go.
Yeah,
It's done, bro.
I think
It's
after
chopped.
losing not just to Gen G, but also to Gen G Light, T1 is blowing up this roster. This is the final year of the Zeus owner Faker Gumayusi Carrier roster. We're not seeing it after 2024.
You know how there's teams in like esports. That's the problem with esports. That you would love for them to stick because of how good they could be and are, and
Yep,
how much they won, and then they have that bad. They go 2 years bad, and
yep.
you start questioning and like, dang. Now you're like, do you want the roster? Now do you not? You want to see your? I mean, you want to see your team win.
Yep.
Like for example, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will agree with me. If Faker, let's just say he left T1 and
Mhm.
went to a different team, they're gonna go with them because Faker is pretty much T1. Um, Pretty much Faker has made League of Legends. So
Yep.
if you're mostly people are T1 fans because of Faker. So
That's the problem.
if Faker leaves or retires, yeah, it just
Well, that's
becomes
what
a
Riot has been
big
trying to
blow.
make Chovy and Showmaker the new Fakers. The issue is that Showmaker just straight up cannot win international events, and Chovy only won his first. Chovy only won his first international event this year at MSI. So it's like you have two people that don't have the same competitive skill and degree that just can't live up to the legacy that Faker has left on the league scene. You have a player who's won the majority of LCK playoffs in both spring and summer. You have a player who's won every single tournament there has been in league, be it for MSI, be it for when they had the MVP like face-offs in the winter, be it when they have Worlds, be it when you had IEM in Europe. Like Faker is a player that has just won everything, and there's nobody else in the LCK that has been able to live up to his like stature, which is why, like you said, you have Showmaker, who sure he's won like an LCK World, not Worlds, but like LCK Championship, but he has no accolades on both MSI or Worlds. You have Chovy, who just got his first non-LCK trophy this year at MSI, and then wasn't able to beat the team that he basically trained with Hanwha Live. So there's no one that lives up to Faker in League. So once he leaves, it's kind of chalked for League of Esports as a whole, but especially
Pretty
the
much.
LCK.
I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I see what they're trying to do by like making these players um the next like phase.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's just the personality of the player. Um, and then Faker's one of a kind.
Yeah.
He's been one of a kind every year. He literally like we talk about it. He's mastered every goddamn character in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and even through injury, he's still pretty damn good. So I don't know what's next for this T1 roster. I don't. Obviously, we're gonna see him one last couple. I mean, a few more times. Hopefully, they just don't bomb to qualify for Worlds.
Yeah.
But even if they do make it to Worlds, I don't think they're gonna place well. I think they'll win the one match.
I mean, I guess the
But
nice thing is that T1, despite always struggling maybe late season in the LCK, they always at least have a decent showing. Like, remember, their worst placing at Worlds whenever they qualify for Worlds is finishing top 3. Consistently, regardless if their roster is great or like one of their worst ever. So, if they go to Worlds, I think they'll be fine up until they either run into Gen G, Hanwha Life, or one of the LPL teams.
I don't know, man. But even if they magically make win Worlds,
Yeah,
they make the run. They're not keeping the roster, and if they do,
that's crazy.
then they need help, or because there's no way your fans are going to stick and watch another year.
Mhm.
of y'all being terrible.
Mhm.
The whole goal is to win tournaments throughout the year, all around the whole year. So
People expect T1 to be the best 24/7, so that's just their expectation that they, if they don't live up to, people are like, blow up the roster now, fire the coach, get new players, Faker needs new teammates. And it like you said, it's tougher now because everyone has come to actually like this group because they mesh well as people. They're a funny squad to be around with, and when they play great, they just dominate. But every once in a while, they just have like one of them can't play the game suddenly all of a sudden in the finals, or they just, when Faker's not present, no one is present. So it's unfortunate to watch.
yeah, very, very like it sucks to see where they've been throughout the year.
Yep.
I just hope something starts clicking for them. I just want them to at least perform well before they send this roster off.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
But we'll see. We'll see what happens with the LCK. We got to see first if T1 even qualifies for Worlds in the first place, and then we'll go from there. But we cross over the ocean to North America. The LCS had a wild finals week. Technically, this was the last week of LCS as we know it, since the format is changing next year for the region. So
mhm.
you had, and it's kind of sad because C9, LCS's best team, did not qualify for Worlds. C9 got smoked by 100 Thieves, and then 100 Thieves got smoked themselves, so they didn't even qualify. They qualified for Worlds as the third seed, and then the finals was Team Liquid versus FlyQuest, and you see that matchup, you're like, TL's winning. TL's winning hard. TL threw so hard in Game 4. I'm not sure if you've seen the clip. I retweeted it on my Twitter. It is. If I was a pro, I'm retiring then and there. I cannot play League anymore after the way that TL has lost. It was bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
Come on, this one.
Yeah. TL! 5-piece FlyQuest. Go to FlyQuest's base. That they ignore that FlyQuest has super minions at TL's base. And they break down the towers faster than TL can, and the minions win the game for FlyQuest. If I was a TL pro, I just would have been done with League. I could not come back from that.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
But yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
LCS finals. So your first number one seed in the LCS is FlyQuest with TL second seed and 100 Thieves third seed. So those are your representatives for the LCS going into Worlds, which starts actually I think in 2.5 weeks. So we should be getting the World song soon, and then we'll see the Worlds play-ins, and then the Worlds bracket, which will be fun. And then next year, all the regions are going to be different because we'll have 3 international events instead of 2. But that's really it for the league side, unless you want to add something.
Nope.
Nope.
No, I got nothing to say besides T1.
Hey,
Step up
we gotta pray.
or pray more.
Pray more. Sure. We'll pray for the T1 to see if they can get out of the LCK regionals. And then our last esports event, which is still ongoing actually, is HCS Salt Lake City Major. Has looked very similar to the Atlanta Major, besides Optic actually beating Space Station, and Space Station running through the gauntlet in losers and smoking everybody. So guess what the finals is? Optic versus Space Station. So that's
Who would
gonna
have
be fun.
thought? It's not like we just watched this probably a month ago.
No, literally.
About a month.
Yeah,
And
a month.
but it was the other way around. And the good thing is Optic has beat the top 4 teams. The only team that I mean, they beat Space Station, but it was kind of close. They could have gone either way, but it's good that they got over that hump.
Yeah. Optic
And
had only one goof, which was them losing to
the
Complexity
complexity
3-0, which is
3-0,
crazy.
but it was good for them in the long run because it's. I thought this was I thought Foreman was gonna retire right then and there.
That would have been crazy. I will say, Halo fans, be happy because some teams showed up really well. Shopify still a really good team, placed top 3.
Pace.
FaZe is still decent. Sentinels is not good. I'm sorry. Native is not good. Cloud9 has gotten better. They almost eliminated Space Station pretty quickly.
They made a roster change. They picked up Manny.
Yeah,
Manny has been a really good player, like a little under the radar player,
yeah.
and he's on their team now. So they've improved. I think they qualified. What number were they? Eighth, ninth?
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, people were clowning them C9 for going for this roster after they literally just gave up their roster the year before, or
Yeah.
2 years before they gave up the space station roster
Yep.
and picked up, and then they were clowning them. And now this is what you call trusting process and making changes when you need them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, C9 looked really good. I watched. I forgot what match it was. There's one I forgot. I haven't watched this event. I didn't even know there was an event until I think when I said that or you told me that I opened it and I think I was watching C9, but I don't remember who it was though.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they look, they have improved a lot. So
No, yeah, exactly, for sure.
that's good on them though, because people were clowning on them for not having a roster with any time a star player.
Yeah. Sometimes
And
you don't need a star player. Look at Shopify.
yeah, it makes sense. They just have to have good teamwork and communication.
Yeah.
So at least I know they have that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the finals is about to start. I have it open on my screen. That's what I'm looking over. That's what I've been watching. I just literally was watching the matches. That's why I was looking back and forth. But my notes are on that side too. So,
Yep.
yeah. So the finals, PlayStation Optic.
Who you got?
I want Optic. You know, I'm an Optic fan, and Optic really need one because they play second on all the events since Worlds.
Yeah.
They've played second in all the tournaments from Worlds of last year to the whole year until now.
And who's won basically every tournament this year?
Space Station
Yeah.
and what phase 1 1?
At phase 1-1, yeah.
So 2, 3. How many events have there been?
This is the
Fourth
fourth one. So Space Station has won 3
has
in
one,
phase 1-1, yeah.
and Saba, they've been in all the finals but one,
Yeah,
which was the one they beat Phase in.
I believe so, yeah. No.
No, they've been to the finals besides the one Optic. Oh, no, yeah, they've been to all the finals except for the one where Optic played Phase in Phase 1. The quadrant event.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it was. And they placed third. So yeah, been most consistent because of the guy legend.
Yep.
Guy's a legend in the EU scene. No pun intended, but that dude's gross. And not saying Optic isn't good either, because they kind of benefited off their roster change in a way,
Mm-hmm.
because they've been more consistent. They just gotta get over that hump. And if you think about it, if they go over the hump,
Yep.
and they pretty much have won all the tournaments this year. They don't play second.
That is true, yeah. That's true.
So their team is good. It's just I don't know. And the Bandit, obviously, the Bandit change we've seen it now. This first tournament is the way Optic has played Halo throughout their course of besides. No, they played Halo out like that since when Ola was there. They played Halo really slow.
Yep.
And it seems like because of the Bandit slowing down, the game has slowed down even more,
Mm-hmm.
which has caught people off guard because of how fast paced they are. And the only team has benefited the most, and they've looked good besides the start of the 3-0 from Complexity. Optic. They were talking about them. They talked about how it's benefited them the most, and it's improved their game because of the game isn't so hectic anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They slow it down even more than what it is, and it catches people off guard.
Yep.
And obviously, a lot of people have been getting turned on because of new Bandit takes forever to kill people.
That is true, yeah.
Holy crap! But yeah, I got Optic. Hopefully, I think they'll go. I don't think they'll go to the second series.
Okay.
I think they go to the last match on the last map or last game of the first series.
If they go second series, Space
Space
Station's
Station
winning this event. Optic's gonna be so checked. I already know.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll update you guys next week when this series is over. But I guess besides Halo, a quick thing, the International Dota's big event actually began this week, which will be running for roughly 2 to 3 weeks. And Fortnite, I believe, just concluded the FNCS Finals today as well. So big stuff happening in esports. I mean, we're towards the end of the year, so all the big major events are happening right now.
Yeah, and that boy Peter bought kind of nice. He nice, but we'll see. I don't
Yeah.
see anything else for you. Oh, you know what we should talk about?
What's up?
Black Ops 6 beta.
So yeah, Black Ops 6 beta became open to everybody on September 6th, which was Friday last week, and this closes today.
Wait, camera's freaking out.
Yep. Where's my mouse? Yeah. Okay. September. It's a 3-day beta, right?
Yeah, 3 days. Obviously, people that pre-ordered the game early got early access, which I was able to play early last week, and pretty insane. So this week, sorry, I'm looking over too much, but this week because I'm trying to watch the game, but I'm gonna try to focus. But yeah, this week, it was open to the everybody. So, and this is the first time we've seen. Last COD wasn't out on OGen.
Yep.
This year it's back, and Mark has been playing COD, so you're gonna be seeing a bunch of COD videos now on the Global Conquest channel.
Yep.
And to my surprise, obviously I've talked to Mokhtar on the stream and off that the game runs pretty well for a game that I mean I just look Tarek has done a great job of making games run on the old gen. It doesn't look bad. I mean, obviously, you'll notice some minor, like they made some minor tweaks to the environment around for the old gen. I've noticed it, but not as much because it's still playable and it runs pretty good. And if we played Cold War, you played Cold War, it looks and feels like it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why it could run properly on this. And my PC doesn't struggle that much with it, which is a good thing because I was tired of my PC going around and having a goddamn spaz every time I played the newer CODs. But yeah. Sorry for the random cut in the video. Someone's thing died again.
Yeah.
Issues. If I'm pretty sure that's what you told me I we talked about last time. Issues with the game is that the spawns are really, really bad. Like, and I'm talking about really bad. Yeah. But it's just the beta. I actually it was worse this week than it was last week. So
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but hopefully they was fixed. Hopefully before the game comes out, but and also pretty much the game is dominated by the Jackal, the pretty much the all around gun in the game right now. So I'm pretty sure that gun's gonna get nerfed before the game actually comes out. So ARs aren't that good, obviously. Not surprised. Movement isn't that bad. No, Mokhtar's played it. He thinks the movement's pretty good too.
Yeah.
The most advanced COD has been, and they didn't overdo it. So it's good to see that they made it change it to the movement again, but it wasn't like a point where like it wasn't gonna benefit someone. I mean, it benefits some people, but not crazy where people thought it was. But the game looks fun. It plays good. Besides the spawns, like I said.
Yeah.
I've been having a blast on it. And that's my opinion. I have pretty good game for a beta. So I'm gonna throw it over to you to see what your opinion is on, since you're playing it on last gen.
Yeah.
And how it runs for you and stuff like that. So
I've been playing on an Xbox One S. So well, not the base Xbox. It's like the in between the base Xbox One and the Xbox Series X, essentially. So it's not last gen. It's a weird in between. But COD surprisingly plays pretty well. Like Angel said, it looks like Cold War, so the graphics aren't like too taxing on the console. Movement feels about the same. It carried over my settings from the last COD I played over, so that was nice. even with the new like omnidirectional movement, you don't really see it, I guess, being abused yet, and I'm assuming because it's still relatively fresh. Like I haven't actually had too much of a reason to use it too much in too many scenarios. I'm still mostly running and sliding like normal. Besides some random times, I'm like, yeah, let me just swan dive out to the left real quick and get somebody.
It
But
looks so cool, bro. I'm sorry, but it looks cool when you do it.
it's
So
very cinematic, but at least from my perspective, it's a very fun game with the beta at the moment. Like this is probably, I know it's been a while since I played COD, but this is the most fun I've had with a COD right now in general. So hopefully the full game is also the same. Looking forward to see what the other maps might be, because like what the cave mine map, kind of bad. It's a little
it's a
stinky.
face-off map.
Yeah,
We won't be playing it that much. It's
yeah.
only a face-off map, but I hate that map.
It is that map is you kill somebody, they respawn right behind you, they kill you, you respawn right behind them, you just try to run, so the loop does it's the spawns in that one are super bad. But overall,
Hmm.
I can't really complain with the game. And then the clips of like taking people hostage, those get crazy. People are doing some wild stuff.
I've been trying to do it, and
People
I
have
can't
been,
get it.
I don't know if I can talk about some of the stuff that people have been doing on YouTube, but it has been wild.
It's funny though. At least they found it as in a funny, dynamic way.
No, yeah, for sure.
And obviously, when the full game releases, they're gonna have proximity chat,
Yeah,
so you'll be able to talk to your hostage while you hostage them.
yeah.
It's gonna be pretty fun. It's gonna be fun. COD Next, obviously, we saw a bit of it. Warzone more than anything. We saw zombies.
Mhm.
Didn't look really. It worked. It ran pretty well for Warzone, the movement, and
Yep.
yeah, it looks. I'm excited for when the full game fully comes out. We're actually gonna go play it after this recording. So
Yeah, COD is actually like doing something good, so props to them, honestly.
you know why? Because Microsoft owns that shit.
Crazy how much a company owning it can change, don't you think?
COD should have always stayed on Xbox or Microsoft because they know how good it is, and not throwing. I'm not trying to sound like Xbox plug, but if you get Xbox Game Pass, wait, let me read what they said to say exactly.
What?
Game Pass, 15 bucks a month, or I think it's 20 or something. Yeah. Anyways, it's not a paid promotion, but yeah, Game Pass is gonna be if you're on Xbox and PC, Game Pass is gonna be your best friend because if you have Game Pass and they already announced COD Black Ops 6 will be on Game Pass for everyone to play, and they would later on release the older CODs to Game Pass so you could all play them. So
Hmm.
yeah, we don't be surprised if you see a bunch of videos of us playing old school CODs again. So,
Yeah, exactly.
um, yeah, Microsoft has really taken Call of Duty and are actually just gonna give back to the people
Hmm.
or on Xbox more than anything. But it's great though. So if you have Game Pass, you're gonna get the game for free. But if you want a cool cosmetics, you gotta pre-order it.
Hmm.
And but other than that, to think COD is gonna be somewhat free is a wild statement. And I mean, you're pretty much paying. It's just like if you're paying Netflix, you're not really owning the movies. You're just watching the movies on the service, but you're paying for that service.
Yeah.
So yeah. See, it seems like Game Pass has really evolved from what it originally went from to now, and they're doing a good job. And then yeah, but Black Ops 6, pretty excited for it. I've been itching to play it again since Friday,
Hmm.
and we're gonna play after this. So, but yeah,
Exactly.
my takes is that the game's really good,
Yep.
plays really well. The movement isn't as abusive as people thought it was gonna do or get just to, but
Yep.
it's fun. And if you go onto the Global Conquerors Twitter, you can see two clips of me and Mokhtar. Mokhtar's clip of going off and me getting world star by some.
Yeah, one of those clips is funny, one of those clips is, hey, he's not that bad.
Yeah, kind of still got bullshit in my opinion. I can't. If you look at it, I peppered him like 6 times in the head, and he did not
Uh-huh.
die.
Sure,
But
sure,
that's
sure, sure,
not.
sure.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, in my opinion, game's good. This need to fix the spawns and maybe make the ARs a little more usable.
Yep.
Or yeah. So, what about
Overall,
you,
can't really
Martha?
complain at the moment. So,
All right.
Yeah,
All
and I
right. Well,
think with that, that closes off the esports gaming section. We move on to our one general news topic, which is Wendy's is doing a collaboration, presumably with Spongebob, to create a real life Krabby Patty.
uh, can I put one input into this?
Go for it.
I think it should have been Burger King that made it because they look more real, more closer to the thing.
Well, that's the thing though. People already know about Burger King. People already know about McDonald's. Wendy's needed that brand promotion to make themselves stand out.
Come on, bro. But let's be honest. A Krabby Patty looks more like a Burger King burger than a Wendy's burger.
It does, and that's why I'm curious. Like, a Krabby Patty is a burger patty, tomatoes, lettuce, pickles, their secret formula, and that's it. So, what is the secret formula?
This is, we're gonna find out. I'm asking, like, what's in this? Like, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, y'all have a special sauce in it? What is it?
I don't know. What is the
I
Wendy's
don't.
secret formula for the Krabby Patty? We won't know till it comes out.
I don't know, man. In my opinion, it should have been Burger King, but it's okay. Wendy's could have the. I need Burger King to bring back the black burger
Mm-hmm.
and the strawberry shake.
We'll see if that ever happens. But
McDonald's, bring back your chicken wings. If y'all don't know what that is, y'all old. Y'all too young. But McDonald's had chicken wings at one point, which is insane to think they have chicken wings. But bring them shits back for like the McRib.
I mean, it's like when Subway had pizza. It just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, but it was pretty good. If you didn't try it, it was pretty good. But yeah, can't wait for that. When is that? Do you know? Like exactly when? You said fall, but do you know exactly when?
When I last
like,
put the notes, it said. Let me see if they updated it, but I don't think so. Let's see.
it just said this fall.
Yeah, last. At least, like I said, when I added it to the notes, it said fall, but. Wendy's gets Krabby Patty, blah blah blah.
So,
What do we know about the SpongeBob? Oh, so it's not just a Krabby Patty; it's also like a full menu. It seems.
huh?
3
Okay.
SpongeBob inspired items. So the
Which
Krabby Patty
is
expected to be a premium cheeseburger for Krabby Patty sauce. There's the hot and crispy fries, and then it is a pineapple under the sea frosty. And these will all go on sale on October 8th, so about
in
a month from now.
in 10 days, in
Yeah.
a month and 2 weeks. So, yo, that pineapple thing kind of sounds fire. So, either way, I will be trying it. Will you?
I think, yeah, just to try the pineapple on the Krabby Patty, because I'm curious what their secret sauce will be. Because there's been so many sauces people have tried on burgers. You have your ketchup and mustard. You have like your bacon jam. You have your spicy mayo. You have like there's so many things that people have tried. So what new thing can they make it to make the Krabby Patty be like, whoa, this is the one?
You better not be basic ketchup and cheese, bro.
See, that would check me. I don't know.
The Szechuan sauce.
No, because we already know what that is.
What is it?
It's like it's almost like horseradish or some other stuff.
Yeah.
So like it needs to be something that either is super uncommon or like just brand new thing that's like wow, why has no one done this before? Because the Krabby Patty and SpongeBob was like people Plankton literally has almost killed people over this formula. It's gotta be that good. Just saying.
If the sauce is terrible, ooh, it's gonna piss off a lot of people, and people will not want to do promotions with Wendy's again.
Yeah, it's a dangerous one that they've chosen. So let's see if they pull it off. But yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll be trying it once it drops. So, if you enjoyed Wendy's, well, Wendy's, you're gonna have your drive-throughs filled for once, or
That's for a little bit.
yeah, for a little bit.
I think with that,
Oh.
that closes us off for the week. If you want to close us out.
I've been your host, Assassin. My other host, or the other host, because I don't believe in that co-host stuff. SMG. Back with the weekly
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Well, if y'all enjoyed this video or the podcast, make sure you like it. Turn on that notification bell so you know when we upload more of these. Comment down below what you like. Um, Tell us if you're gonna try the new Wendy's burger or the Krabby Patty burger to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the videos. I know we've been behind on some. We still got good videos out on the channel. Go watch. Follow socials. Follow us on Twitch. You know that good stuff.
The usual.
As usual, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.